what you have to like avoid. Stop reading these headlines without learning more about these situations. Most of the time, guys, when the headline comes out, the damage is already done. It's us retail investors that really fuck it up and dump whatever coin or whatever crypto or blue chip, whatever you want to call it is. So please, guys, be on fucking point when it comes to this. Another thing that I was talking to Profits about last night is I notice a lot of people in this space, they get one mutant ape, one goblin, two goblins, three goblins, two mutants, two dogs, a coda, and they're expecting generational wealth. And when it goes down in price, they start panicking and go crazy. You need to like seriously look yourself in the mirror and start understanding that one NFT, two, three, four, five NFTs are not going to bring you generational wealth. It's just not going to fucking happen. Every project is not the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Every project is not an ETH today and going to be 150 ETH tomorrow, with ETH being at $4,000. You have to start understanding this. If you want that generational wealth, you have to kind of gamble in this space. You have to find that project, that gem, that diamond in the rough. You've got to buy 30, 40, 50 of them. Not financial advice. And if it goes up in price and hits, you're going to win. But buying one goblin, one mutant, one coda, and one fucking doodle or one Azuki is not bringing you generational wealth. So when it goes down in price, save yourself the time, the headache, save your wife or husband the troubles of you writing threads and going crazy and making the whole space look like shit and making yourself look like a straight clown. 2023, we really have to learn from our mistakes in the last few years. Stop handling this in an immature manner. Like, we're not little kids no more. For real, we have to start understanding how this space works. Stop comparing yourselves to other people. Guys, Franklin did not make it off of one mutant and one goblin. Jamps, another big fucking ape, he did not make it off of buying three Clone X's. Like, guys, we really have to stop looking at these influencers and whales in this space. Oh, I can be like them, or I can be them by buying one of what the fuck they're holding. Guys, they have 70. There's no competition. You have to start understanding this.
Question for you, Book. So, I've definitely fell victim to that throughout the bull market. I was telling you about that. So for those that may be a little, not overexposed, but just exposed to a lot of major communities, do you recommend, this is how I think about it, so I'm just asking what you think about it. Do you recommend, maybe selling some stuff off and kind of exposing yourself more to a one specific community?
My recommendation always is never marry a project. Never marry a coin, never marry an NFT, never marry a founder, never marry a community. Always diversify. People are like, yo, how does your Twitter engagement grow? Like, how does my following grow so fast? Blah, blah, blah. I'm in mad communities. I'm in all different types of whale groups from different fucking projects, whether it's goblins, whether it's Bored Apes, mutant apes, doodles, Azuki, I'm not saying I'm in the Azuki community, I'm not, but I'm in all different communities. Like, my shit is spread out. I'm hitting every single community, D-Gods, Utes, everything, right? And if you diversify, you're going to win in the end. 100% going to win in the end.
Yeah, but Book, that depends on your bag, right?
If you got a small bag and you're starting out, watch who you're following around in the space. If it's people that are not winning and clearly not winning, don't fucking marry them. Yo, pack your bags and bounce. Do it peacefully. You don't have to go and bash, Shield's alpha group sucks. His alpha's awful. I've been losing, blah, 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 blah. Keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. Go on to the next. Go on to the next alpha group or the next person. Guys, look at who's winning in this space. The people that are writing a thread after every fucking launch talking about how they turned 1 ETH into 50 ETH, start learning. Don't copy them. You don't want to be like them. If they've got a bigger bag than you, you obviously are starting out smaller, but please start understanding how it works. Actually learn the space. Start using different tools. Nansen costs a lot of money, right? It's too much for you. Learn how to use other tools. Learn how to use Etherscan. Learn how to use Gem. What's that one fucking, I've got a brain fart right now. Not
Blur.
Blur's a good one, but what's that?
Genie?
No, you have to
NFT
like
nerds?
buy the NFT to get the real package. It's like it's like Gem,
JPEG?
but better. Genie. Yes.
Right?
Learn how to use these different tools, guys. An hour a day on YouTube, learning how to mint from the contract on Etherscan and use Etherscan as an actual tool and not just a way to count other people's pockets. And you're gonna fucking win. Stop burying yourself in the drama, like who got scammed, who lied, who cheated on their wife in 2012 and stole 10,000 from. I don't give a fuck what anybody did prior to coming to the NFT space, prior to coming to Web3. This is your second chance, in my opinion. It's my second chance. I've done mad dirt in my fucking life. You guys would fucking shiver if I told you my stories. But regardless of that, like, I'm not here for none of that nonsense. I'm here to put all that behind me. I don't care what thread comes out about Post and what he did in high school in any way, shape, or fucking form. We got to stop worrying about all that nonsense and get fucking money in 2023, fix our lives, actually build and see the success from it, and stop wasting time. What up, Shield?
Yo,
Yeah,
while
Bucks,
Books get some water, I want to hear from Shield.
I just pinned a class up top, the boring security that Jerry was talking about. You were just speaking about people, how to learn all these classes and how to learn Etherscan and OpenSea and how to use your ledger properly and everything. They have Spanish classes, they have German classes, English classes, so I'm pretty sure they have everybody covered.
No, that's freaking dope. That's beautiful. I'm definitely not going to let anyone talk about security on this stage today.
Oh no, please no.
However,
Please no.
people fall asleep every time. Let me tell you guys something. Security is beautiful. I love security. We have to talk about it here and there. 100% keeping your assets safe, not clicking links, and teaching people all these things. However, when we do, it's like the worst thing for onboarding people and for teaching newcomers. Why? Because they don't want to hear it. Or it's just overwhelming
Scares
and
them.
ends up scaring them. It's too much all at once. Let's just say I onboarded my friend. I'm telling him straight up, don't click links, don't talk to nobody you don't know. No matter how good the DM looks, don't even fucking open it. Follow my lead. If you have questions, reach out to me. Use MetaMask and Coinbase Wallet. As they start getting better and growing their bag from $500 to $5,000, I'll start telling them, hey, you need a ledger. This is what it does. Slowly, guys, slowly. Because when we overwhelm people, it 100% is fucking up our onboarding. It's like scaring people away. And knowing the people in this space acting like they're know-it-alls and they know better than everyone, and they start fucking arguing. Like me and ZK is a perfect fucking example of that. We start arguing on the stage. Like, that shit don't help newcomers and onboarding, straight up. Like, it does nothing but overwhelm new people and make them say, man, what the fuck? I don't want to lose my money in NFTs. I'm out of here. And
Fuck this ZK guy. I'm not
It's
getting
crazy.
into crypto. Like, I'll tell you.
it's definitely crazy.
Nah, I listen to ZK. I put my entire net worth in the bank. I'm doing pretty good on that right now. I'm only down 70%. So, hopefully it'll
Bro,
get better.
I'm so happy. Shout out to C7. When C7 says the liquidity pools are fucking dying or whatever, I literally sold off all the free bonk I was given. Bonk or CK fucking.
Yo,
made me
ZK
get wrecked, bro.
DM'd me.
I'm
and
not.
goes, Yo, he DM'd me
I'm
and said,
wrecked,
delete
bro.
that tweet. You know it's a lie. Like, yo,
Get
let
the
me.
fuck outta
If
here.
there's anybody
Delete
that saw my tweet and thinks I'm serious that I lost all my Bored Apes and sold all my Bored Apes to buy Bonk because ZK Shark told me to, please, I don't know what to fucking do for you. I got a hexagon with a fucking ape, and you could click that wallet and see that I didn't sell all my fucking NFTs in that wallet. So please stop falling for fucking dumb shit and don't try to trick me. He's trying to get me to admit, obviously I was joking so he could screenshot it and post it and trick more fucking people. Not happening, but regardless of that, Prophets, how you feeling? What's up? Talk to me.
Yo, it's Friday. I'm feeling amazing. I'm going to pour myself a glass of something, and we're going to have fun. Laura's here, so we're going to really have fun. I think it's very important to highlight the people in Web3 that are not only fucking killing it, but they're also helping people along the way. So big up to Laura. Laura, how are you today? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What a beautiful intro, my friend. When you're like, I'm gonna pour myself a glass, and I was ready, I'm like, finish the sentence, finish what you're like of something. I'm like, great. I was like, is she drinking water? Is she having wine? Like, what is happening?
I got a little class A left. Okay, I'm on my books tip at this point in time.
There you go.
You know, I wouldn't buy this bottle, but hey, it was gifted to me on Christmas, and I'm savoring it with my life. So, luckily, it's just me pouring it up. But what's up, man? How's it been? How's it been, Laura?
Good. Working, doing well, trying to continue to keep on my workout, which I'm freaking proud of because it's hard to prioritize working on your health. So I'm giving myself like a little kudos. I'm like, yes, another week you did it. I worked out the whole like Christmas vacation, that week that felt like vacation, but it wasn't vacation. And after that, I was like, if I could work out this week, that is the holidays, I don't have an excuse for the rest of the year. So that's sort of how I like put the standard. But besides that, things were good. Just here, seeing how you guys are hosting this space so successfully and excited for, another year. It's crazy that, I don't know, I feel like time passes by so fast in the NFT space because so many things happen, but then also it's so nice to like reminisce and see how long we have all been friends at this point and see each other's journeys.
Yo, amen to that. We're going to continue on this onboarding conversation, but let's get to this quick hand. Sasha, what's up? GM.
Good morning.
We're doing good, Sasha. How's Bonk doing?
Scott.
Can you, from when we started talking about Bonk and telling people not to buy it, can you talk about where it's been and how it's been doing with price?
So whatever. Listen, I did like 17 posts about the Bonk, and people started like shitting on me. I'm still on it. Yeah, I'm trying to help people to take at least some profits and not get wrecked and not get bonked. But if you guys didn't listen, I can't give you financial advice, but you can see the joy.
I'm dropping an NFT where if you own the NFT, you get shipped a roll of toilet paper every month as long as you hold the NFT, so you can wipe the shit off.
Nice.
Bro, you have no idea how much that shit will pump, bro.
Listen, I need that. I'm not even kidding. That's awesome. Listen, and if they didn't listen here and we were arguing, maybe some people, I don't want to be offending anybody, but if people lost money, I don't know what to tell you. If you didn't listen and you trust we're going to all be rich and everything's going to dollar, a Bonk is going to dollar, that's not even possible, but I don't know what to tell you. Maybe some people need to lose money and stand hanging, and maybe they're going to learn then. I don't know. We did our best, so it's not our fault anymore, Books. And again, thanks you for trying your best to help the community. I don't know what to tell you. Like I did like 17 posts and some random influencers start attacking me because it's going to whatever. But it can't. So it was too easy to predict. I even made a stupid bot to stop price up and down. That's how small liquidity I'm, guys. Nobody. I'm actually nobody. If I can fucking stop the price on Bybit, and then imagine how low liquidity it is. Like I imagine Books can actually do whatever he wants. So yeah, if you didn't listen, you didn't listen. We tried. At least we tried. So thanks again for having me, and love you guys. Just keep the good work. I really love you.
Absolutely, man. Bad Brothers, what's up?
Yo, this is hold on. Before you fucking proceed, I'm gonna beat your ass. Stop pinning shit. Go ahead.
Oh, we talk about, lessons and stuff. That was a good account. But anyway, I mean, this is Web3 exposed, right? So we got to expose some things. I mean, Books only has his ape and everything back because I had to give him all this money for it because he lost all his money in Bonk. I mean, he sent me this voice message I'm going to play, after he lost all his money.
Yeah, play it.
I lost $20,000. People here in the chat are losing millions. Everybody's losing money. They're scamming us. Hard-worked money, please. Why?
Oh, my God.
I bought at the top 3 times, and I sell at the bottom all the times. Every time I buy, I sell, I lose money. Please don't do.
He got that accent.
Just had to expose that. Books, I hope you're doing better now.
That was absolutely amazing.
Bro, how did that video sound better than your voice bad?
That was absolutely amazing, bro. Jackie.
Yeah.
What up, Jackie?
Book sweepers, Planet Profits, Web3 exposed in the fucking building. Oh my god, I'm absolutely looking like an idiot yelling at my phone on the top of this building, but I had to come upstairs just to physically put myself in the emotion of me now being an official scrub mod in the Planet Profits Discord. And I just wanted to gas myself up a little bit. Ding.
Yo, I want to talk about VCs. I feel like the term VC loosely being thrown around this space like a little too often. It's kind of cringe and annoying because a lot of people need to understand what a difference is between a VC and like an angel investor or someone with money that's just interested in throwing money at a project. I've noticed a lot of people in this space throw VC into their bio. I definitely want to talk about that and how to prevent yourself from getting scammed by someone that's got VC in their bio that might even throw a little bit of money at you and then really screw you in the long run or the end. A lot of young founders in this space that'll sign contracts and do things that could really, really hurt them in the future because they see the word or term VC being thrown around. And lastly, rugs and shitty projects that are VC backed or throw that term around, and it happens to happen at the end of the year when these businesses need to liquidate. They need to spend some fucking money before tax season is over, and they'll take that risk in your rug or shitty project or whatever it is. And people need to start understanding that VC isn't all that it's out to be. And if you have if you've got like a gaming type project, a nice little demo, a nice little build done of this gaming project, a lot of these gaming companies and VCs will throw money at you just because they have to spend that money before the end of the year and it's worth the risk for them. So don't look at the term VC and think, oh, they're going to pump my bags. VCs are not known to pump people's bags, guys. They're not known to take your project from 1 ETH floor to 50 ETH floor and get shit on by the whole community and get a pump and dump and get rugged. I mean, even if you look at the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the TikToks of the world, if they wanted to pump our bags and onboard people into NFTs by the masses, they would have all put NFT PFPs up just like Twitter did and done all of what Twitter did times 10 already. They don't want an influx of people to come buy NFTs and rug the space. That's just going to cause a unorganic huge pump and an unorganic huge dump, similar to what we saw happen after the pandemic when there was a lot of money circulating and stuff like that. So please, guys, let's talk about this. I definitely want to hear people's opinions on it, how you guys feel and what you guys think, because VC's a huge thing in this space.
Folks, I was going to ask you, I didn't mean to, my bad, bro, I never try to cut you off. Do you, I'm asking directly to you, is a VC that's a true VC, are they going to, and I think I know the answer to this, but are they going to fucking have that right there in their IG bio? Maybe LinkedIn, but in
no, it'll say co-founder or founder of Dickbag Holdings, but the ones that put VC really sketch me out. I ain't going to lie to you.
So, and I say this to say this, okay? We're always going to talk about the information that's not easily obtainable by looking, right there, the naked eye, right? We're always going to talk about stuff that you got to pay a little bit more attention to. But one prerequisite is things like that. Shitheads aren't going to have, come on, bro. If you have a fucking, that's common sense. So I just wanted
I brought someone on the stage, the guy Bread. I brought him on for a reason. He's trying to engagement farm and not talk or ask questions, so I'm probably going to kick him down. But I want you guys all to see his NFT. Bread, what is that NFT called that's your PFP?
Yeah, it's a Crypto Mori.
Crypto Mori. What's the floor price of Crypto Moris?
0.2, I think. Maybe.
If I go right now and put VC in my bio, reach out to the Crypto Mori's founder and tell him, hey, I want to invest $2 million into your project. My name is Books. I'm not really a VC, but I want to invest $2 million and I want to become a VC. Crypto Mori's founder and their page are going to go crazy promoting and marketing that an anonymous VC invested $2 million into their company. Or if I give them a business name, they're going to put it. Everyone's going to believe it. That floor is going to go from 0.2 to 0.6, 0.7, whatever it is. Who knows? The founder might even use the funds to pump the floor, so it might pump up higher, and then it's going to dump harder than ever, and it's going to go below 0.2. And we've seen this exact situation play out so many fucking times, guys. I don't want to throw names out there, but there were a few at the end of 2022 that were VC-backed, $20 million, $7 million, $10 million, $5 million, and they all pumped and dumped right after. And I don't see where these VCs are at now. And it's usually a VC that you can't Google nothing about and you've probably never heard anything about. And that term needs to stop being used. Say someone invested a large amount of money. Why do you have to lie and say VC or hype it using that term and then screw a lot of people? So we definitely have to hold founders accountable for that shit too. We have to start asking the right questions, like these topics that we've been hitting on Web3 Exposed for the last 9 months, 7 months, whatever it's been. Like, use it, guys. Think outside the box. Get creative with what we're trying to preach and use it into these AMAs and stuff like that, and these Discords. Ask the right questions. That's what we're trying to breed that kind of a culture here that's smart and knows what questions to ask these projects, because you can prevent a disaster from happening very quickly by asking a fucking list of 5 really good questions. David, what up?
What up? What up? Yeah, no, I never believe if they say VC, I literally just I look past them, and it's, you know what they're doing?
VC schmeezy,
VC schmeezy, peasy, hazy. Listen, you know what they're doing is, it's really what it is joint ventures. So they're just little pop, some hustlers running around doing joint ventures, getting other people to invest, and then taking a profit. That's all it is. They're not venture capitalists. If they were, like Book said, you can find a paper trail. You can find them on Crunchbase. You can see what deals they've done, what companies they've, what type of deals they've done. That type of stuff for venture capitalists are all on Crunchbase. So they're joint ventures, and anybody could say, I'm a VC, but they really just do joint venture deals. They take the credit and they get other people.
Let me elaborate on that. You guys really remember yesterday and the day before we talked about to not believe the whole as seen on Forbes, as seen on Yahoo Finance, as seen on Bloomberg, as seen on Fox, and all those nonsense articles that people can just pay for. And you could get a writer on Fiverr, and he'll have articles saying tomorrow morning, Books is the best NFT trader. Web3 Exposed is the #1 Twitter space. They have made $50 billion in alpha calls and like a whole bunch of bullshit, guys. And they'll publish all that stuff on all these different media websites. If I pay top dollar, it won't be in Bangladesh and India. If I pick the $500 option, it'll be on Yahoo News India and all that nonsense. And in these articles too, when you ever read one, it'll say like, this is a fucking advertisement. Like, this is a paid article.
Yeah, it says
it right at the top. Some websites, it says it in the fine print. You definitely have to look for it. They try to hide it and stuff like that. But that's a business in itself. Now, why do I bring this up in a VC conversation? Because of what David is telling you. What David's saying is a lot of these VCs, man, they'll take the founder, co-founders' personal holdings, like he's invested in Tesla, and say that they've invested in Tesla. They've invested in Sony. They've invested in all different kinds of companies that these companies won't even, if you ask the company, they never heard of this fucking VC. It's just a regular investor, and they're just flexing it on their website because they're invested in it. Like, that doesn't mean shit. So please make sure these VCs are credible.
This is how serious I take people that have VC. I take them as serious as I have the ones in my IG DMs that says Forex trading and have like, or I'll get you verified. And they have 10 followers and no verification. That's literally how serious I take people when it says they're a VC and not a venture capital with a link to a website of a venture capital firm that's done big deals that I can verify.
I agree with that, bro. Same page here. 0xF1.
Yo, what's going on, Books? No, nothing, man. I just wanted to hop on here, man, and talk about, VC backing. I think we've seen it many times. I think, yeah, like you guys were saying, like this kind of just pumps the floor, and in my opinion, it kind of scares away like new people trying to come into the space, because people see like, okay, like, this technology is being backed by big names and big VCs and this and that. But at the end of the day, they're not really VCs, or like they're not really doing anything for the project other than like doing a 2-3x for like a week maybe. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I think VCs are kind of just like a way to build up hype for projects. I think
not always. I mean, some projects need VCs. There's legitimate VCs out there. There's VCs that are so good for projects too. Like, I'm not here to discredit VCs as a whole. I'm here to talk about the term in general and how there's also a lot of bullshit in this space.
No, yeah. I mean, backed by VCs that have worked. They were back at VC and they are doing something, big. Like I'd say like 80 or 90% of these VCs aren't really doing much for the space.
Agreed, bro. Bread, what up?
Yeah, I was just going to piggyback on what you and David were saying about, every major company out there, like, any company that's worth, I'd say probably over $100 million has a VC arm. They have a venture capital arm to their company that is just a conglomerate of a bunch of different VCs that all pool their money together because they believe in whatever that company's going to invest in. And so it's not to be confused with like, just like a VC firm, but like there's also, like VC funding can come from internally within a company as well.
Agreed, man. Well said. Bad Brothers, what's up?
Yeah, when it comes to VCs, I think there could be some good VCs, but I think whenever you hear VC with a project, that's just a sign to, pick your ears up and telling you have to do your own research a little bit more. It especially applies to tokens. We saw a lot in 2021 where you had these VC projects, they come in and, it's going to be the next Shopify of Web3 or something like that, blah, 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 professional looking website, all that. But these VCs, they got tokens for like 3 cents, and then this is going to ICO to retail at like $1. It's going to pump up to $4, and then all their tokens are going to unlock, and then they're going to slowly dump on you all the way down to their 3-cent buy-in. So yeah, whenever, especially with tokens, you got to look at the tokenomics and stuff like that. Whenever you hear VC extra, more than you usually would. That's just one advice I would give.
Wasn't Sam Bankman-Fried a VC for Solana?
I guess
Alameda?
It was Alameda was probably the VC.
Let's all look at how that went down. So
it's the same thing.
Exactly. So yeah, we definitely got to. Be careful with that, guys. I got 2 people on the stage, 2 new faces on the stage, Richard and Boris. Boris is a moderator in the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord. This guy's been him and all the moderators, PP Man, Herb, NGB Ben. Airlicky, everyone in that Discord, the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord, has been super, super good to me. And Boris and Richard have a project, and I'm going to be dead clear with everybody here right now. Not financial advice. It's not sponsored. They did not pay to be on this stage. These are people, again, that have been good to me, people that have vouched for this person, and they're definitely working on something that's very interesting, and I do want to give them the stage to talk about it for a little. So I wanted to make that all clear. We don't normally do that, but when someone that's good in this space reaches out to me, I can't say no.
Wow, Books, thank you so fucking much for having us, for having these spaces. What you do is really awesome for the community. Just so everybody knows, I don't know. I'm not trying to be bullish on myself, but I'm a little more than a mod. I'm a community manager and a social manager for the company. I mean, honestly, as much as they've changed so many of our lives, they've definitely fucking changed my life and my family's life. It's almost my 1 year soon. So again, I didn't even know what the fucking NFT was before them, and then they just fucking completely changed my life, man. So, we're really, really blessed to have also created a Web3 fantasy football company at the same kind of almost the same time that I got employed as well. So we're very grateful to showcase and share a little bit about it. My brother can add a bit about it as well. So basically, kind of a little about it is it's called Spoiled Banana Society, SBS, and basically like about a year ago, me and my brother and just a bunch of apes were playing fantasy football, and we're like, dude, like this is cool and all, but how do you Web3 this? How do you NFT this? And we created this brand, created this company with 3 other apes. Last year during the football season, basically with 3 weeks left, we gave out, we kind of put this out there, and we gave out over $1 million in prizes, a Bored Ape, a mutant ape, just a lot of shit. This year, we're giving out almost $500,000. Things just ended. We're giving out a Bored Ape, a mutant ape, another D, just a lot of shit. And it just honestly ended. It was like the craziest fucking finale ever. It was really actually pretty sad, just because, there was like almost someone died during the football field, and so they had to kind of cancel the game. And so it was just a lot of crazy shit. Like this has never happened in the history of the NFL. But thankfully he's healthy, and we were able to still finalize stuff, and we're going to give out a Bored Ape. And honestly, the story of like what happened to first place and second place, like the person that was supposed to get first place literally had a 99.99999% to win. And because that game was canceled, he lost. So him and basically the other player that actually won, basically they like created a whole deal that they did, amongst each other, which is like really cool to see in the space, in the Web3 space. And like, I don't know, I've never seen such dope humans before, and which is crazy because the prize is a Bored Ape. But basically, we have this Web3 fantasy football platform, and what we're kind of putting out there on Monday is the playoff version. So we're doing playoff card mint. The mint is 0.025. You basically, it's really cheap. And it's like an AFC style game. So there'll be like 7 different types of AFCs and NFC situations. My brother can kind of go into it a little more. But yeah, basically 80% of the prize pool goes to all of you guys, and like we can figure out, maybe we'll give out a mutant ape as well for it. But it's really cool. And another cool concept that we have is like ours is team positioned. So the fantasy football, instead of it being like just a player that you go for, to NFT it and to make it legal, like we did it based on team position. So if like, let's say Tampa Bay wide receiver Godwin and Mike Evans, depending on who does better that week, that's the points that you get. So it's just a whole different way of like looking at it, and it's really cool because there's royalties with Web3 and NFT space. But yeah, again, man, we're just really hyped to bring Web3 within fantasy football. We think it's really cool. We think it's really needed because a lot of Web2 companies can really suck. And just based on how we formulated like the winnings based on this crazy thing that happened in week 17 and the way we did it and helped facilitate that, we just feel like, just a cool way of doing it. But yeah, I don't know if my brother wants to add anything or if anybody wants to.
Yeah, I would just add, first of all, thank you so much for having us, Books, and everybody here and everybody who does this space. Appreciate you so much. I just want to add, if you're not huge into fantasy football, this could be really cool because it's not like a regular league where you have to waiver wire and you make trades and all that. Your one NFT is your full roster. You still have to set your lineup. So, if you aren't really into fantasy football, there is still a lot of skill involved. But, it's definitely an easier process. And, if you're not trying to like monitor your leagues constantly and, do all that, like this kind of game is much easier to play. You just set your lineups every week and then you're good to go. But I think Boris described it pretty well. The mint price is 0.2, so it's even cheaper than 0.02. So it's even cheaper than 0.025. And yeah, I think Boris described it well. The way we do it is instead of getting Tom Brady, you get you get Tampa Bay quarterback. That way, if Tom Brady retires, there'll always be a Tampa Bay quarterback. And that's the way, like, we NFT'd it all up. But yeah, definitely an awesome community. If you're into fantasy football, strongly think you should check it out. Appreciate you guys for hearing us out.
Man, that was awesome.
Thank you so much for coming. That's freaking amazing.
This is awesome. I love projects with a fair fucking price point like that. And damn, this is cool, guys. This is super cool. Super cool. And you guys are super good dudes, man. I got a lot of good feedback on you guys, man, before responding and stuff like that. And again, man, the whole fucking Discord and Bored Ape Yacht Club has been so good to me. Like, I couldn't say no. So I'm all for it, man. I love it. If you guys got a tweet you guys want to pin to the top or anything like that, feel free. If anyone has questions for them, please raise your hand or request to come up. I'd like to give them a little more time, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, my bad, I was walking my dog. Welcome, and thank you so much for coming to the platform and sharing with us. We're actually honored, to be honest, because you guys are very big, pivotal parts in Yuga, the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem altogether. And I don't think people realize how important a good CM is, a good social manager altogether is. And I think that's cool that you guys are bringing this concept to NFTs. I personally really love like fantasy. I play more fantasy or do more fantasy basketball. But I like, obviously like football too. So I think this is going to be really fun. And that's what I'm bullish on. People ask me all the time, like, oh, what kind of project would you make if you ever would make a project? And it's something to do either with a game that is like people are stimulated to use it, or something along with betting, because again, the human is stimulated to use it. So I love shit like this. This is really, really cool. Thank you guys again.
Yeah, and I want to make it clear too with the audience, like, this project's got nothing to do with Yuga Labs, just so everyone understands. It's got nothing to do with Bored Ape Yacht Club. What's up, David?
Man, that's awesome. Books knows I'm a DJ and gambler, man, and I've been playing fantasy sports. I'm a staff writer at DFS Army still to this day, and so I play a lot of daily fantasy sports. So I can't wait to dive into your project. Is it just football now? Or are you going to do any other sports later? Did you know?
No, yeah. Literally, like, that's why it's so cool with fantasy football or just fantasy sports in general with the Web3 space, because we're all fucking degens, and I feel like it's just a good way for us to kind of like all connect and intermingle. But yeah, like, we're definitely, I know Prophet said it and David, you said like other sports, but like definitely our next one would be basketball. Like, we definitely want to do fantasy basketball. We all love fucking fantasy basketball. I actually like literally started playing fantasy with basketball as well.
Yeah, so, that's amazing. Prophets is a gangster for that, because fantasy basketball takes a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. You got to set,
like, no joke, basketball.
Yeah, you got to set a lot of lineups. I'd love to connect with you guys, because I have a big sports, big daily DraftKings and FanDuel audience, and even I run the the other account too. So would love to connect you with that, because a lot of our guys, real quick, they got involved in the DraftKings NFTs and they got completely rugged. And so I've been looking for a reason to kind of get them back into NFTs, and what a better project than this. So yeah, just would love to connect with you guys, because I think that I could bring a good audience to it, and I want to support it.
It means the world to us, and again, we're not trying to take up too much of the space and the stage, but, again, we've given out prizes, 2 years in a row, like a shitload, right? Like 1.5 million, basically, Bored Apes, Mutants. Like, we understand how a business works, and like, we feel like the community matters the most, and we know like it takes time for even like the founders to make money off of something like that, and to make something successful, like, you have to put it into the community and to the utility and to everything like that. So, we've tried to make everyone happy, and like, we understand, like, it's crazy how many projects, not to hate on any projects, but like, when they make $3 million, they'll pocket 90% of it. It's just insanity to us. So, we give a fuck about this community. It changed our lives, and we want to do a lot of awesome shit and have fun with everybody. So appreciate you.
Yo, Leo made a perfect post about that very statement the other day, Boris. Yeah,
I saw that. Yep.
That was so fucking on point, bro. You said it perfectly. I just went ahead and pinned to the top. Spoiled Banana Society is having a Spaces in 2 days. It looks like on Monday, 8:30 Eastern. You guys go ahead and set reminders for that, so you can get even more info. And if you're interested, you can pull up and maybe even go to their Discord. I'm sure you guys have a Discord, right?
Yeah, we do. Truly,
Nice.
truly fucking appreciate you guys. Means a lot. Thank you.
No, for sure, man. You guys are the best. Wow, I'm
He's a
excited.
Grammy winner too, bro.
I'm
Man,
bullish.
sick.
Facts.
Yeah, my brother, he's okay as a musician.
Thank you guys so much, Boris. You're lucky we don't live together anymore.
He's gonna give
No,
you a
I'm just
noogie, Boris.
What do you want, Friendly Bob?
Friendly Bob, you better have a question for these two guys. What do you want?
Bored Apes to 1,000.
He said to 1 million?
1,000 ETH for one day.
Nah, man, I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to chill up here, if anyone got any questions, again, please feel free to ask. I see a lot of projects requesting to come up. I've never heard of you, never seen you before. Please don't do that. Usually, usually
don't
when
do
projects...
Yeah, DM Scott. He's head of paid
Usually when
promotions.
projects come up, me and Prophets are like texting each other the whole time. Like, it's brutal. You watch the room go from like 350 people to 150 in like 5 minutes because it's just putting people to sleep and it just sounds awful, man. Huge shout out to you guys. That was nice and easy. I loved it.
Kuro got a project.
What up, Kuro?
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's all good. I'm more interested
Black
in knowing
didn't
if
come
you
off
guys
the
are
mic
gonna...
the whole 2 hours, and he wants to say, Kuro got a project. Black, we know Kuro got a project. Like, what the fuck? Kuro, what's up? Go ahead.
So are you guys going to be... I caught the tail end of the conversation is because I'm in another call with some people, but they're not important right now. Are you guys going to be doing basketball as well? Like, what other sports? Sorry, this is more important than what I was doing.
Yeah. So we have, fantasy football right now, and we're doing the fantasy football playoffs, but our next sport is basketball. I would say those are the two main sports, but, if it was up to us and if everything goes really well, I mean, we would love to go into a lot, every fucking
All right.
sport.
And then
we love
my other two questions is, did you show D's yet and NFT update? Because they're really big into this stuff. So, because that's how, I get most of my alpha on the stuff. So, just asking.
No, I'd love for you if you can DM me who you were talking about.
All right, I'll just put you in a group chat with each one of them separately because they don't get along.
Appreciate it so much, girl. Thank you.
What up, football? Welcome to the stage, pal.
Hey, thanks for having me up here. I just wanted to say I jumped into the Spoiled Banana Society with these guys a while ago and had a lot of fun, and it's super easy. The best thing is you don't really have to know players. You just kind of let it ride, and really had some great luck with it. And I had an small issue with the payment, like it was on my end, and I reached out and they responded in a minute and put me through to a few people. But I think some really great use cases for NFTs in general are gambling and gaming. And fantasy is really a great use case for this. And I look forward to seeing this project grow, and excited to say that I've got a sick card for a long time, for as long as my card is good for years and years and years. So it's really excited where this is heading and the space and the project. So thanks for all you guys do, and another great show. I'll step down.
Appreciate you, man.
Yo, hey, listen, if you've never been on the show, take notes of how that fucking guy just did it. FYI, you will last longer here. Shil Toshi, what's up?
Hey man, good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, you're a little better now. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, I got my AirPods in, so you know, I am in the metaverse here. But hey guys, I've been in your space for a lot. You know, I'm a daily active participant, and just want to give you your flowers, man. Earlier today, I was in a space, and the gatekeeping is real out here, guys. And this is one of the only spaces that is trying to tear down that wall. So, shout out to you guys, Prophets, Books, man. I'm here every day, extremely active. So, keep doing what you're doing, man. We need more people like you.
Shil Toshi, appreciate you, man. Thank you.
What a legend. That's a cool ass name too. Shil Toshi. You guys are getting clever. Happy Friday, motherfuckers. Next topic. Books, did you want to talk about it? All right.
Oh, my bad. I'm on mute. I want to talk about the NFT market and what's going on with the NFT market. Out of nowhere, we've got a fuck ton of volume. Things are looking great. Obviously, I know that Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club on the 11th have this whole Jimmy the Monkey mint starting and all that. However, it's not just Yuga Labs. It kind of really started with Pudgy Penguins and a few other projects. We saw Goblins recently run up because of a post. Feels like there's liquidity that's been being made in this space, and eyes are starting to come back. A lot of people that disappeared back in May after the Luna situation are starting to come back. A lot of the quiet builders that have been building and keeping their head down for the last 9 months are starting to show up with projects. Are starting to show up with random protocols and things like that. So I definitely want to touch on that. I want everyone's opinions, and I want to talk more about this. What do you guys feel like it is? Where do you guys feel like this volume is coming from out of nowhere? I don't think that an Ethereum pump from 1150 to 1250 is causing all this volume in NFTs. Usually when we've seen Ethereum pump or start pumping rapidly, volume leaves NFTs. People want to take advantage of the pump. So I definitely want to go through the stage and ask some people what they think about this. Kiro, what up?
Hey, real quick, sorry to just kind of deflect for a second, but if these guys could follow me, I can't send the message properly. It keeps giving me an error.
Savage, what's going on?
What's good, guys?
My favorite guy. Thank you, Savage. You saved my life. When you said Bonka's going to shit, I liquidated. I love you.
Profits on a real one. I'm sat having a drink with my girl right now, and you were speaking before, and she went, "Is that Profits from like 6 months ago?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like she's got the most recognizable voice ever. So I think that's a compliment from her. But on a serious one, I think everyone's overlooked the Ben Dow liquidity increase. I think when they've pumped the loan to value ratios up for mutants and for Bored Apes and for CryptoPunks, it's definitely incentivized a few people to go take some degen loans and splash that ETH. I know I personally did. Thankfully paid that bitch off, but yeah, I think that's probably one of the main driving factors, especially when it comes to sort of the rise in prices in the Bored Ape Kennel Club, because I think a lot of people have been taking their mutants and their apes and they've been getting them sweet ETH loans, and then they've been buying up the floors, and then yeah, it's been pretty electric, if I'm honest. It's been scary watching them floors go up today. I've had to delist my mutant 3 times in the past 2 days. It's been a weird one.
Oh,
you fucking fake for even having it listed,
Yeah,
Savage.
what's it listed for?
This one, I had it listed this morning. I had it listed yesterday at 28, and then I had it listed this morning at 32, and then when we hit 20, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to delist it. So I might relist it for 40 in the morning, see where the floor's at.
Yeah, I think the floor the last time I checked a few hours ago was 29 ETH with the one with the nice grin and the army hat. That guy's been trying to sell his million for the last 2 years. But
yeah, I've seen that one, yeah.
Yo, Bad Brothers, what up?
Yeah, I was just going to comment on the volume. I don't know exactly where it is, but I think it could be a little different, like you're saying. Normally when ETH pumps, this stuff doesn't pump, but if people are seeing ETH pumping as like a sign of, the market as a whole, kind of reversing and coming back, they may want to get into those NFT projects that they think are going to pump on that, on a full market reversal earlier rather than later. So I could see that being different than the norm that we usually see.
Here's how I've seen it in the past, okay? I haven't seen a massive influx in volume when ETH pumps. I do know people do sell their Bored Apes. They sell their blue chips and try to take advantage of the ETH pump. However, as ETH really, really pumps, NFTs pump. All coins, shit coins, everything pumps, right? As ETH starts to settle and ETH starts to get boring, Bitcoin, the market starts to get boring, people go and look for a place to park their Ethereum, which leads to the all-time highs of Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, all the blue chips start skyrocketing, projects start launching nonstop, and we start seeing a true NFT bull run. But this massive influx of volume out of nowhere is definitely weird. The crypto market usually dumps after Christmas. Around New Year's, it's fucking boring. And then it starts picking up around tax season. It's like they pump the market on purpose so we can rush and go get our tax returns and throw it into Bitcoin and ETH, and then they rug us. But it really is what I've seen happen for the last few years. The fucking NFT market is so new, it's tough to go off of based off numbers because all we really have is that last year and a half to truly go off of. So I don't know. I'm asking because I want to know what you guys think about this fucking random NFT pump. Ahmed, what up?
What's up, lovely people? Sorry for the poor quality instead of driving. But my speculation is a few things. One, tax harvesting season is done. We're about 6 days into the year. So those that opted out and wanted to claim losses are jumping back in and trying to pick up. Second to that, I think this sounds really stupid, but I truly believe this, that it's a new year and there's a lot of people out there, guys. Like, look around your friends and family and circle. They want to get into the space. So what they do all last year, they learned about it, they researched about it, they learned everything they could possibly get their hands on. And I know from my circle in particular, a lot of people are being like, hey man, what's a MetaMask account? Hey man, how do I buy up ETH? Hey man, how do I get into Bitcoin? So that's that. And the last thing for me is I truly believe, and this is not financial advice, but 2023 is going to be a year where a lot of people are going to be watching closely for that bottom. Nobody can predict the bottom or the top, but a lot of people are waiting for that. And I think that, when you kind of dip your foot into the pool or the ocean or whatever to see if it's cold or hot or whatever the case is, people are starting to do that in the markets, not just crypto, equities across the board too. So I think it's a multiple of things, and I truly believe too, my speculation and my outlook is I think we'll see a bunch of these pumps